Hello, this is Gaku, and I'm here with Markoni for my first ever co-op war room. We're going to be discussing the Austrian and Russian perspectives on the last game, the diplomacy that's taken place in between, and what to look forward to in the next game. How's it going?
Hi, Jakob. How's it going?
Yeah, pretty
I'm
good.
doing fine. Hmm?
So we've got a lot of things to discuss. There was a lot that happened in the
Yeah.
first game, some things that I didn't expect, and probably you didn't either. Uh, G-
Ah,
Germany, Germany, we've got a lot to talk about there.
yeah.
So Germany formed way earlier than I expected. I didn't even think it was possible for them to form that quickly. So the whole treaty that I signed with them was just kind of a disadvantage for Austria, and unfortunately, through a loophole, they were able to attack you as well. So
Yeah. And I had Wargos against me.
yeah, so they've taken most of Poland at this point, and they've also reacquired Bavaria, even though that for a short time went to Austria via treaty. Germany, it turns out, is also very skilled at navigating treaties. Very skilled diplomat, I should say.
And he got finds loopholes pretty easily.
Yeah, he can worm his way through pretty much wherever he wants to. So getting Germany into a treaty can be devastating against you if you're not expecting him to sort of abuse it. We do have an airtight treaty with them for this session, but we'll talk about that later. Next, I'd like to move over and look at the USA. So
Uh-huh.
USA has taken most of the useful parts of Mexico. They do have a treaty with Mexico, and the UK is guaranteeing that, but they're also buying lands all over the place and trading for lands.
Islands.
Yeah, no one's really going up against the USA, so whatever lands they ask for, they tend to just be given away to them. So they now have ports in South America, they've got part of Central America. I'm surprised they haven't moved into the Pacific yet, so Hawaii is in their
Well,
sphere, but they
it's
haven't
gonna
done
get.
anything else
Yeah.
there.
They're gonna annex it when they get nationalism and imperialism.
Yeah, so that'll be coming soon. Alright, so USA unopposed in the West.
They should be opposed, but I mean, come on now. He only has 24 brigades. UK
Yeah,
can only send their European troops and they'll be fine.
yeah, they're
But yeah, he has no troops in Europe, to be honest. He has everything in India.
yeah. Alright, so next would be the UK. So UK is sort of acting as a peacekeeper in this game for the most part. They did annex Punjab, but aside from that, they've mostly been just keeping out of wars, from what I can tell. What's your interpretation of the UK situation?
I
You do
think
share
they're
a border with them in India.
yeah. Well, that's not really connected to my mainland, but yeah, I'm gonna get connected there soon. But yeah, he spread out too much. I mean, like he allied every single player, almost every single player, and that's really gonna cost him soon. Because man, yeah, maybe they're protecting him, but he doesn't have to have Bainam or someone really small to help him out.
So I saw that possibly as an attempt to be able to intervene just like Germany might, but where Germany would use that to abuse treaties and come in to impose war goals in a sniping fashion, the UK can just sort of maintain what it's got. I don't see the UK as being very aggressive and doing anything at all, really.
Yeah, you got it right. He's trying to keep peace, but that's not really gonna work out for him soon because he has a lot of threats, and he really didn't pay attention to USA. He should have attacked them early on. Now after late game, he has to worry about him.
So you had
That's a
an
problem.
alliance with the UK at one point, right?
I still do have it. I resigned it after the session.
Oh, you did? Okay. Is
Yeah,
that
I
a
signed it
defensive
because
alliance?
it's a defensive alliance.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
So aside from you, from what I can see, the UK won't have any great power allies. They do have an alliance, or not alliance.
With France, I think.
That's not guaranteed by the treaties anymore, from
Oh
what I
yeah,
saw.
they might
Uh,
renew it.
they might renew it, but at this point,
Yeah.
you're the only treaty-bound ally that they have.
Yeah, I really can help him out if like France or someone attacks him. And I can't like if Germany attacks him or he attacks Germany, I can just like I can't break the treaties because I'm allowed to join on each
Well,
one of the sides.
We'll talk about the new treaties in a minute, but remember, even if
Yeah.
you were to join against Germany, or Germany were to join against you, you wouldn't be able to do anything against each
Yeah.
other according to this
Yeah.
treaty. All right, so other questions I have for you. I posted a War Room video it was during the game, about
Yeah.
my personal goals and what I expected to accomplish. And while I initially met those goals, in the end I ended up losing the Papal States, so that was unfortunate. But I did manage to get Zulu and expand east, so in that sense I guess it turned out okay, but my military is in shambles. What do you think as far as your initial goals and what the state of your nation is right now?
Yeah, state of my nation is pretty bad, to be honest. I mean, I can salvage it pretty easily, but yeah, I dropped a lot of brigades. I don't know why. Yeah, maybe Force Wars they got unmanned
Yeah.
pretty easily.
Depopulated, maybe?
Yeah, but that's gonna go up pretty easily.
Yeah.
Then I have to I'm gonna get Manchuria like instantly in the beginning. I just had to go get those stacks. I forgot that yeah, I really forgot that I'm Russia. And I was really there were a lot of wars, so I wasn't really focused on that, and I forgot that I have to get a lot of culture tax. But I'm gonna fix that pretty easily.
Right.
I just have to stay at peace for a bit.
That's been an issue for me too. I've had to focus on military tech, so I'm way behind when it comes to culture research and everything like that. So that's where I have to catch up.
Yeah, but the attacks in the beginning are not that. I mean, they're good, but not that good because they you can still win battles. It doesn't make a big difference. To be honest.
They stack more later. Some other things I wanted to review. I did manage. Well, the two of us managed to keep Italy from forming, so I consider that a victory.
Yeah, we did good there.
The war that we were in was ended by Slazer, so we negotiated a peace, and as part of that peace, I lost the Papal States. That was removed and is now independent. They have a truce with me and Russia, I believe. You lost, what was it, the
Zanzibar and Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast, okay.
I took Ivory Coast from that beginning of that first war we had.
Yeah.
I took it from the French, and I took Zanzibar from Oman.
Right.
Still have Somaliland, so
yeah, so you've still got some lands in Africa.
Yeah.
Notice that the UK is in two separate wars on Sardinia Piedmont's behalf, one against Two Sicilies and one against Modena. I think since they've been informed the reason why they've been called into these wars, that the UK will peace out, because I don't think they really have an interest in helping Sardinia Piedmont at this point. They might, but on the other hand, they're also aware that if any rebels do spawn, any red shirts spawn, I can go in at any point and wipe them out, because I can just march my units through.
Yeah, you're still a great power.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really embarrassed that I'm not a great power. I mean, that's really not my fault, to be honest, because there's no permanent prestige.
Yeah.
And that's annoying. Because, like, the battles I had with Germany, I won. He had more casualties, but somehow he getting more prestige than me in battles.
Right.
It was really annoying.
Next thing I want to talk about, since I think we've covered the last game pretty well, there were some other minor expansions, but I think that covers all of the major movements, and mostly it was just
all the other stuff was AI.
Yeah.
Conquest.
I want to talk about the failed Italian compromise, and this is right after the game ended or shortly after. Russia, Austria, Germany, UK all met together and discussed a way to resolve the Italian issue. And what was proposed was that I would let Italy form. That is, I would not intervene if any rebels spawned in my spherelings. I would let Slazer form Italy. In return for that, the UK would guarantee peace in exchange for Tunis from Piedmont. Bavaria was going to go back to Germany. In exchange for Bavaria going back to Germany, Germany would not help Italy against Austria. Germany would also not help Austria against Italy. And France, Italy, Austria, and Russia would all have a non-aggression pact between the four of us. So, not exactly ideal for me, but better than having to fight 1,000 more wars. So this would have ensured peace, and it also would have been a great deal for Slazer. Now,
but he rejected.
Slazer didn't want to lose Tunis, so he rejected that treaty entirely. What ended up happening instead is Russia, Germany, and Austria came to a separate agreement where Bavaria goes back to Germany. Germany, Austria, and Russia have a comprehensive defensive alliance, a comprehensive non-aggression pact, and no war goals can be opposed against each other or each other's spheres. Germany also signed a defensive alliance and non-aggression pact with France, which means this is no longer a viable front between Germany and France, and it also means that Germany and Sardinia-Piedmont are no longer allied vicariously. So France is also allied defensively with the USA. That's a defensive alliance that lasts till 1870. They also have a non-aggression pact till 1910, and France promises to use the Statue of Liberty decision as quickly as possible.
Yeah, they got
So-
the tax for it.
This has completely isolated Sardinia-Piedmont. Even if they wanted to attack Austria for whatever, whether it's Lombardia or any of the sphere, they would be completely isolated because Germany is no longer going to support them. Even if they wanted to, they couldn't because Germany couldn't directly support Sardinia-Piedmont against either me or Marconi in Russia, which would mean it's only France in their support. But also, if France were to come in an offensive war against Austria, that means Germany could bypass the treaty with France and attack France for Alsace-Lorraine, which I highly expect they're going to do at some point. So basically, Sardinia-Piedmont has no direct way to attack me now without risk of reprisals from the German Empire. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I don't think Germany will do anything. Yeah, they made a treaty, Germany and France did, but I don't think he will break the treaty because he has too much prestige, and he has a lot of infamy. So nothing's gonna
no.
happen about that on this session.
Well, let me take a look real quick. France and Germany sign a non-aggression pact promising not to attack each other or join wars against each other. They are allowed to join defensive wars, and they sign a defensive alliance. There's
That
no...
doesn't make sense.
there's
Why
that-
did they sign an app and defensive alliance? That's like... I
Well,
don't
it's supposed to be comprehensive, but as we saw,
Yeah.
Germany can use the exact letter of the treaty to bypass it. So if Germany's already allied with me, which they will be because of our treaty, and they're also allied with you due to the three-way treaty,
That's what we need.
this would mean that if France joins with Sardinia-Piedmont against me, Germany can hop in defensively without breaking the treaty. Then they can add whatever war goals they want against France because there's no prohibition against doing that in their treaty. So the gist of it is, though, that Sardinia-Piedmont is isolated because they no longer have the backing of Germany. If Germany were to join, they couldn't help Sardinia-Piedmont in any way. And Austria, I don't have any reason to attack Sardinia-Piedmont at this point because I've already prevented Italy from forming. France has no reason to back Sardinia-Piedmont because Sardinia-Piedmont didn't agree to the treaty that would have benefited everyone, so they've just completely isolated themselves for no reason.
Yeah, he doesn't want to lose Tunis, and I don't think Tunis is that important, to be honest.
I would give up Tunis in a heartbeat if it would let me form
Yeah.
Italy.
It's a pretty bad state. I mean, yeah, you only get deserts, access to deserts, and it's a port, but you still lose colonial points for it.
Yeah, and he's
That's the less
already got
things
the
that
state
lose.
of Sardinia, which gives him a port just as close as Tunis would be.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
It's only a tiny bit further away, and I don't see a reason to not form Italy in exchange. I mean, if he formed Italy, he could very quickly rise to great power status, I think, and even take some colonies elsewhere. But
Yeah.
for whatever reason, he declined it, and now he's isolated.
Yeah, he made a real big mistake there. I mean, yeah, isolated is sometimes good, but in this case, it isn't really when you're a small nation.
Yeah, not for a tiny nation that has to depend
Yeah,
on the
like-
neighbors.
Yeah, like Germany or Russia, even Austria can be isolated. I mean, Austria not that much. They still have like Germany or.
Not
Eh.
this Austria. Maybe later, but right now, no.
Yeah.